Yes, so currently we have a devolved government, but we need to ensure that the supplies and we are monitoring and ensuring that the supplies and services are ongoing in the last mile. And that's why I'm encouraging the digital platform. I have seen it work. I have seen it work in Fikiria Jamii. I've seen it work in Mater Hospital. I have seen it work in the World Health Organization. I have seen us track medicines coming into the port and distributing it across Africa. We can monitor. We can also ensure quality. We can monitor and ensure that the health workers are in the facilities and they are conducting activities as needed. So a digital platform is the way to go. There are many challenges that we face. There are many teething problems that will come. But when we have that, then even the counties can sit in their offices and be rest assured, looking at the quality, tracking on the medications, what is out of stock, etc. So a digital platform is critical. And again, about moving from county to national level, a consultative approach. We need to be strategic, yeah? It's not one man making decision or one woman in this case. I believe that we need to involve the county governments, we need to involve the national team and come up with the best interventions to address this.
Deborah, before you go to the next question, please do hand over your documents to the clerk's team so that they can do verification while we are going on. The Honorable Ferdinand. Oh, you have one more question? The retention of dead bodies and recovered patients until money is paid to various hospitals. What will you do? That's what the Honorable Member has asked.
Yes. So strategically thinking, we need to consult and see what are the gaps, what is causing this, and then involve Treasury.
It's money.
Yeah. So I'm coming out of government. So my first agenda will be to review these cases with the national technical team and the county government to identify what is causing or contributing to this challenge. And from there, I believe we'll be able to get interventions.
Ferdinand.
I think it's more or less the same thing, but all I'm saying, Madam, if we are going to be appointed as a CS in health, I think reducing the health care, let's be serious about it. As my colleague has just mentioned, it's very, very serious, a crucial item as we members of parliament. Even now as I'm sitting here, there are phones coming from my constituency. Please, we have got Harambe, yeah? But then of course you as a PS, you're coming in, should be able to have very strategic plans so that the expensive treatments like cancer, which is again coming up every time, should be able to come up with something very, very strategic for us to reduce the cost of treatment and, of course, affordable access to health care. Come up with something that can be able to save these members of parliament in having Harambes every other day, because somebody is going to India. Instead of us, somebody come here, had 2-3 cases where somebody went to India and he died there. So, and everybody now comes to me, how do you get the body here? But more so, this so-called cancer drugs, which is actually is an issue in this country. So come up with a plan. So I see your experience is very wide. So let's hope that you're going to have that kind of plans to be able to assist us in this. Can you
It's
say
just a
something?
statement. Dawood,
Thank you.
just take into account the positive statement made by the Honorable Ferdinand.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. To Dr. Deborah, first, NHIF, will you change the system, or whichever it comes, that a patient can only go to one hospital, nominated hospital, and if somebody gets sick anywhere in the country or anywhere, they cannot go to any other hospital but just one? Secondly, I don't know if you answered the same question by my colleague. Would you consider that all health workers be moved to a health service commission, just like the TSC? And thirdly, the National Assembly passed my bill of cancer prevention in April. And with that bill, it talks about getting more oncologists trained, and because we've got 40,000 people dying of cancer, it's even higher than even COVID. COVID did not kill as many people as cancer does every year. And what do you think you would have interventions to train more people and have more cancer treatment centers in the country? And the last one is level 4 and level 5s. I'm not talking about dispensaries. Would you think that level 4 and level 5s should come back, like the referral Kenyatta Hospital, to the national government? Because 70% of the funds in the health ministry are held by your ministry, if you are confirmed. So do you think level 4 and level 5 should be taken over by the national government from the counties? Thank you.
3 questions. 1, he says, will level 4, 5s be transferred from the counties to the national government? The second one, about the cancer treatment. And the third one was, will you support, if confirmed, to create the National Health Service Commission? I think there is some doctor somewhere who is sending this message to all of us. I've received it 3 times.
And there's a fourth one, Chairman.
Yes.
The fourth one was regarding NHIF.
Yes.
In one hospital, will she change the policy that it should not just be one hospital nominated? They can go anywhere, so long as they've got NHIF. They do not have to go to one hospital.
Actually, that is part of the law you passed recently that is being challenged in court, isn't it? Go ahead and answer.
Through you, Chair, I thank you, Honorable Member, for the questions.
Yes, Nelson?
The purpose of this, if you just told me, is actually so that you can address the members by their names.
Yes.
And this is the committee on appointments, just for your information.
Yes. So don't just say honorable member. That one is called Honorable Dawood. Okay,
My
go ahead.
humble apologies for that.
Yes.
I will address them by the names.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Honorable Dawood, for the wonderful questions. First of all, I would like to talk about local production of medicines and consumables. I think that Kenya, we need to embrace this. Local production of medicines, the health products, is really one way to reduce the costs of medication. And so it's an area that we need to embrace as Kenyans, and based on the budget, then we can consider strengthening this. In addition, regarding the NHIF, the universal health care looks at offering accessible care, affordable care, and quality of care to all Kenyans, including the vulnerable and those with disability, among others. And so the issue of only being able to be seen in one hospital is not part of the universal health coverage. And hence, I believe that once we have implemented the UHC, first of all, the community health promoters will be able to improve the prevention, promotion, rehabilitative interventions within the community. So even for cancer cases, they'll be educated on preventive measures, and those who are having terminal illnesses, rehabilitation will be ongoing. Equally, strengthening the primary care networks is critical because it's the first contact and it filters the mild cases, ensuring that the severe cases are the only ones going to the other levels of care. And hence, there's reduction in the overwork